Alright, so it's been a while since I made a video on computer stuff. That's because up until yesterday, it has been a month since we got anything interesting and worth sharing. So, but as I said, that changed yesterday. We got some interesting computers, so let's take a look. First one is a Lenovo Thinkcentre. The model is 8808-D2U. So it's a pretty cool computer. It has a Core 2 Duo sticker, which means it's a Core 2 Duo on it. Windows XP, Vista capable. Look out, we got a badass computer over here. So let's open it up. Like most of the computers I get, it has no RAM and no hard drive. Fortunately, it does have the CPU inside of it. I checked it before. It's a 2.1 GHz Core 2 Duo, so that should be a pretty good processor. I'm going to stick some RAM in this thing later and a hard drive and start it up and see if it works, and I'll take a video of that. But for now, let's move on to the other computers. This one isn't that interesting. It's kind of old and crappy. The heatsink was right here. It's got a 350 watt power supply with SATA connectors. That's probably the most interesting thing about this. It has an AMD Athlon 3000, so it's like a 2 GHz, I think. No RAM and no hard drive as usual. No graphics card. Nothing very interesting, really. No CD drives. I mean, it's, for the most part, kind of stripped. But at least I have a good power supply from this thing. It is only 350 watt, but it is SATA and stuff. So yeah, I'm pretty sure I had the same motherboard. I had one at the same point, I think. But I probably sold it or something. It's hard to keep track when I have so much computer stuff. The next computer I haven't actually looked at yet, but it's kind of old. It's got some okay parts in it, so let's take a look. This thing looks kind of old. The graphics card looks kind of cool, and it has a wireless PCI card in it, so that'll be kind of useful. It is not the greatest looking thing though, as you can see. The motherboard will be useful for scrapping. So yeah, but let's take a look at this graphics card. It looks okay. About half decent. Okay. If I can get it out. Oh. That's not good. Oh well. It is a 256 megabyte DDR AGP graphics card. It's pretty cool. It's got no DVI, and it does have the solder points. So that's worth keeping, as long as I get the PCI backing for it, which looks like I can manage to take out. Design's kind of stupid though. Oh! What the? D-Link router inside of it. Nah, I don't care. Alright. That is a weird design. I don't know why they do that. This RAM, it's not even DDR, that sucks. It's 133 megahertz. 128 megabyte chip. Crappy. And a 256 megabyte chip. Meh. Once again, crappy. Wireless card. No antenna. I think I've got a spare one somewhere. The processor looks like crap. Yeah, it's a Pentium 3, 933 megahertz. Jeez. Looks like someone tried upgrading this thing. Had a good graphics card, I guess. There's the backing. I can repair the graphics card with that. Other than that, this thing's going to be scrapped. These motherboards do sell for a good amount if you get a group of them going. I sold 30 pounds of old motherboards for 130 bucks, so I made a pretty good profit off of that. It does have a hard drive in it, so I'm going to take that out. Where is it? Oh, 20 gigabyte. I have so many of these. They're probably not worth keeping. So that's pretty much it with this computer. Gonna get scrapped. The next computer is nothing special. It's an old crappy one that I'm also planning on scrapping. I'm gonna scrap it for motherboards and stuff. It looks pretty terrible. Sometimes these old computers have kind of some interesting PCI cards in them. This one looks like it has a good sound card, judging by what's on the back. So sometimes these things are beneficial to take, believe it or not. There we go. And this one is also very crappy. I'm sorry I don't have anything better to show you, but as I said, things have been going kind of slowly lately. Typically I would have some better stuff, but unfortunately I don't. So it's better to make a video with old crappy stuff than it is to make a video of nothing, really. Than to make no video at all. Okay. Here's a sound card I said is okay. I have a whole bunch of these. Some guy bought like 8 of these from us for 40 bucks, so they're worth keeping, I suppose. I'm not really sure if it's worth going much over this thing, because it is a piece of junk, it looks like. The RAM can be scrapped for gold plating on the pins. It's a 128 megabyte chip, and this is a 128 megabyte chip. It actually looks like a pretty good stick of RAM. It looks modern, but it's not. Jeez. It has 2 no, only 1 hard drive. Never mind. Got excited for a minute there. It's a Quantum Fireball. How big is it? There we go. That always works. So that's pretty much it, actually, for this week. Wish there was more content, a little bit better computers, but there's not. So anyways, hopefully I'll make another video next week if I get anything interesting. Okay, so I've got 2 gigabytes of spare RAM right here. That should work inside this computer. So I'm going to pop it in and see if it works. Okay, so the RAM is in. I'm not going to put a hard drive in just yet, mostly because I don't have a good working SATA hard drive that's suitable for this thing. So let's turn our attention to the monitor and plug it in and see if it works. It's plugged in. I hit the power button. It appears as if nothing is happening. I'll fix it later, but for now, that's pretty much it. So, see you guys later.